right, UCLA and Washington. We've got the Huskies 3.5-point home favorites, 47 the total in this one. I've already bet it. I like the Bruins here. UCLA is one of these teams that they flipped us, and credit to Deshaun Foster, who I thought was kind of in over his head, but and I wasn't sure this season was going to go very well for him. But this defense is really starting to play well and play better and better and better each week. And Ethan Garbers is no longer garbage. Let's give him some credit. He's played better here in recent weeks at quarterback. 3 straight wins outright as dogs for UCLA in Big Ten play coming into this one. They beat Rutgers outright as dogs. They go to Nebraska, beat the Cornhuskers outright as dogs. Now, granted, both of those teams struggling, but still impressive wins on the road. Come back home, knock off Iowa 20-17. And what impressed me about that win is, look, we know the offense did enough. It was a solid game from Garbers. The run game, too, with DJ Harden was good. But the way they defended against Caleb Johnson and the great ground attack of Iowa, that's what really impressed me about that UCLA win. Just how they shut down the run game of the Hawkeyes in that game. And Brendan Sullivan, look, I know he showed a little glimpse there, taking over for McNamara, but he's also been bounced around the block a little bit, and we saw why last week. He really had a rough game against UCLA. 2 interceptions, only 6 completions in that game. We'll see how they fare here against Washington, who, look, I don't love the form of Washington right now. Blown out by Penn State 35-16. They did play USC at home, and they beat the Trojans 26-21. They are 5-0 at home straight up this year. So maybe this is a win for Washington, but I don't know if it's going to be a win by more than a field goal. I got 4.5 with UCLA. It's down to 3.5. I still like the way UCLA is going. I'll take them plus the points. With this Washington team, the defense is still kind of up and down. Will Rogers has been, I don't think he's in an offense that totally fits the way he wants to play, or he comes from an air raid system, and that's not Washington's system and style of offense. So, I'm back to UCLA here this week. C-Mac, what do you think?
Yeah, in Washington, it was one I kind of locked. It just was them going to Penn State. I thought they'd get their ass kicked, and they did. I think Rogers he was benched kind of there. I think he starts this week.
They put in Williams took over. We should point that out. Yep.
Last week. And Fish said, I think he goes back to Rogers, but they just sat him down after that shitty first half. He is what he is. He can't turn the ball over. UCLA, which last year were great, and it showed huge in that game and good this year against the run. And this team was down 10-0, after the first quarter. Came fighting back, long field goal. They finally got the touchdowns. And I got to give hats off to Garbers. I know he did have 2 picks. There's the bad side of him. 21-34, 204, 2 TDs.
But it's how you respond.
Need to do more of it.
He did. Yep.
Yeah, and they dominated the time of possession. That's where the best thing is for Garbers. Turn around, hand it off. And he did a good job of that. They had 200 yards on the ground. So I think they're in this game too. Washington, one place is at home. Just right back and just fade them on the road. That's why I liked them against SC. So this is tough, but it's tough to go against UCLA. If this game's close, I get why you'd rather have the 3.5 in your pocket.